Okay, welcome to the May 7th. Oh, I thought you said we were live.
Going live.
Gotta wait till the little thing up there does its thing.
Yeah, right there.
Well, I'm
right.
trying to get.
Now we are live.
These the cameras.
So are we on
That was on the
live?
right side and this was
Are
on
we
the left side.
live?
Now it's clear.
Yeah, we're.
Yeah. That's okay.
Welcome to the May 7th meeting of the Board of Riley County Commissioners. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have public comment.
Still gotta get used to this. Screen.
It's not a touch screen.
You need to probably put a sign up there that says that.
Or flap to hide it,
Yeah.
so that it
Pull out the keyboard.
makes me nervous that it's sitting there. Good morning, commissioners. As you know, my name is Gary Oles. I live at 3308 Frontier Circle. I don't know if you have that memorized yet, after how many times I've been up here. But beautiful morning here. I've got my Riley County Falcon powdered blue on for those of you who are Falcon fans. I'm a Blue Jay fan on the other side of the river, but that's another subject.
Ooh, Shame on you.
I'm here this morning because it's another season. It's not basketball, it is baseball. It's not football, but it's budget season. And it's the most wonderful time of the year. Also the most
For baseball.
also the most hectic and stressful. I want to challenge you on behalf of the people of Riley County, find a way to hopefully hit revenue neutral or below. That would be terrific. Very, very challenging. Maybe you could say unrealistic. I was speaking with Riley or Geary County yesterday. They're looking at a 2% COLA. But what I didn't know was, and it's amazing when you talk to different folks, there are evidently more than one CPI study for the Midwest. And so it seems to me that if one county does this CPI and a different county does this CPI and you don't have the same COLAs, obviously it's a jumbled mess in that context. Not saying you have to, but I just want to challenge you to really look at the budget. Maybe it's time for reduction in force to save some money. I think you've got some retirements coming up, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever that correct terminology is. The taxpayers, or I should say the legislator, couldn't get it done.
It's our fault.
It's up to the locals to get it done. It's up to the locals to get it done. So now it rests on your shoulders. And I realize it's going to be today's agenda, and I think last week's as well. You're starting to go through each department and trying to look at things. And I think you did a consolidation with EMS and rural fire or something like that, which is trying to. I compliment you in your efforts to try to find efficiencies, and that's really the key. But it's also there's an element to it with regards to there's a time where you're going to have to say, we can't do this service anymore, or we need to charge more for these fees, or whatever the case may be, because you just cannot keep on the same track. Well, you can, but we need growth.
Now, the problem with fees sometimes too is it just becomes another tax, basically, just kind of sugar coated.
Right, but it's a user fee and it's not a general for everybody gets to pay for it. So there are trade-offs, and those are the judgments that you have to make as the elected official on part of the people. So I look forward to hearing as many details as come out today and in the future with regards to the budget. And I just want to continue to keep in your ear, look for ways to cut efficiencies and maybe R&R this year. Thank you.
Thanks.
Did I leave a folder here last time?
Not aware of it.
A folder.
I'm gonna have to create a lost and found for all.
Hey,
It costs money, Gary.
Well, apparently stuff too. Yeah.
It's not a problem. It's $5.
$5 if you lose fee or
There we go.
want a cup of coffee.
Always make it 5, because you know it's Lincoln.
Okay. Any other public comment? Seeing none,
Jackson.
They can go all the way up to Benjamin, that's fine. Depends on that, if it's a phone.
Party.
okay, we need to go to commission comments. Commissioner, Ford.
Well, fortunately, I don't have a lot. I was homesick from both work and other events on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm still not feeling all that well, so. Looking forward to getting better, getting some energy and some drive and start getting some things done, so that's all I've got.
Commissioner McKinney.
Well, Tuesday I had discussions with Corey and Amy on reorganization things. Then I had a long session with Anna Burson about a church in Riley. Having problems with their assessments and taxes, trying to get them straightened out. And during that discussion, we found 2 other churches that also have problems. So we did it's, you know, because they don't have the people on staff that know how to do these things. And some of it's just they didn't get stuff done, but we're working on it. Then Tuesday afternoon was the construction meeting for the EM fire, and they're making progress and still expect to move in early July.
Good.
That's what I've got.
Yeah, when I was driving over there, I did see the safe room set up over there,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's good to see.
Okay, well, Monday and Tuesday, I put everything together. I had a PT session, had a new ice maker installed in my refrigerator, and then I had a long committee meeting at my church. Wednesday, in the morning, I reviewed the agenda and documents for today's meeting, made numerous phone calls, and then I attended the military relations luncheon at Doubletree Hotel. The guest speaker was Colonel Gerald Nunziato.
Oh, Garrison Commander.
Yeah, there's the Fort Riley Garrison Commander. His presentation included a discussion on the 1st and 2nd Division training and deployments to various locations in the world. That usually consists of about 5,000 troops and all their equipment, so it's quite a job to get all those things together and overseas. He spoke on critical need for support for families of the troops and partnerships with about 15 different schools in the district. Discussion was had on spousal employment opportunities, which is difficult to find. So they talked about there were people they thought they had a good conversation with the audience on that. Later that afternoon, I attended the Westland Business Association meeting at Rockland K's meeting room. Guest speaker was Gene Taylor, K's State Athletic Director. And his main topic, basically the only topic, was big financing in college athletic programs. i.e. the transfer portal, money-making opportunities for students, streaming, and other media money. It was a long presentation, very informative, and they took a lot of questions from me. Yesterday evening, I reviewed emails and messages, returned phone calls, read through interview questions and resumes we did have PIO interviews set up this afternoon, but they've been postponed to a later date.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. How many applications do we have for that?
We were going to interview 3 people today,
Okay.
but I'm not for sure.
We were gonna interview 5 or 6, I think, in total. We probably had about 10 to 15.
Okay,
but
I was
these are
just
the ones that
curious.
were actually the PIO positions have been around enough now that you start to get some people with actual experience.
Yeah,
Mm,
You know, where when you first started, you couldn't find any.
I didn't mean to interrupt, I'm sorry.
Where was I? Okay, and then my bell practice was canceled too, so I had some time to catch up on things around the house and various things that we have to deal with. So that's all I have.
Okay, no business commissioners, so you ready for the minutes? The first minutes we need to approve are May 1st.
Oh, the special meeting.
That was a special meeting.
Yeah, go ahead and make a motion to approve the minutes as written from the Friday, May 1st special meeting of the Riley County Commission.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded to approve the May 1st special meeting minutes as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next set of minutes, commissioners, is from May 4th.
Do I make a motion to approve the minutes as written from the Monday, May 4th meeting of the Riley County Commission?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the Monday, May 1st special meeting of the Raleigh County Commission as written. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The tentative agendas of the commissioners. Any items for next week's press conference? Commissioners, just start out the great budget day with Judge Bannister at 9 o'clock. Morning, speaking of the devil.
Where's the product? No, yeah.
Man, we really are overpaying, aren't we?
Looking forward to seeing this showing.
Oh, the sequel. I never watched the original one, so.
What was, I was gonna say, was it a good movie? I don't think I've seen it.
Classifies as a chick flick, not a puzzle. So it's okay.
It's definitely a movie about fashion, so you know that could go either way.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anne Hathaway and
It's not about devils, I take it.
who's the older Meryl Streep.
Yeah, and also, and they're still in the movie. I guess,
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I saw.
Which is kind of
I'm
cool.
always looking for a good movie.
I was paying to see you.
I think Michael's
Their
on.
movers brought it too.
Michael's on tonight. You can join us. We're going.
What is?
Michael,
What's that?
it's not talking about the archangel.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to that.
You're going to that, Gary? You're gonna go see?
I'm accompanying my wife today.
You've been told you're going to that.
Those, yes, and it's, you know, it's
No.
we went to the Great Awakening and had a preview for Michael. The, what do you call it, the cinematography now or the videography, the it's incredible in terms of the.
I got it.
Sound and-
So you got asked, but there was only one answer. Mhm.
Well, watching that would probably bring back some type of memories from the past. I mean, there was a point in time where that's all it was.
I doubt that guy could dance.
Him and Madonna.
Imagine that.
Well, I probably wouldn't bring back the memory for you of ABC as easy as 1, 2, 3. It's for your time.
Actually, I think that came out the actual year I was born, so. Or I might have been in utero. I don't know, one of the
remember
two,
that
but it's
song.
pretty close.
My mom was big into music.
Yeah, they just chronicle his upbringing.
Uh.
It doesn't start at the top here, but it starts at the, when his dad, I guess his dad was dominant.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess he's been gone now for what, 15 years?
He was like
16,
That's
something like that,
all.
yeah.
a treasure.
Jacob, have you seen the Devil Wears Prada?
No, well, no.
I think, I'll admit, I'm the only male in the room just.
Well, I should
You've
mention,
seen
I've
it?
definitely seen,
It's more about like.
Were you forced to go too?
Yeah, I don't know, probably not. I don't remember, it's more about, it's a chick flick, it's about the dynamics of like, you know, power relationship and you know, a subordinate just kind of stands up to her, you know, this magazine publisher, it's not a bad movie.
Hmm.
You know, it's not just not about fashion the whole time, so.
I like this. I can't remember what the name of it is, but Anne Hathaway does a movie with, oh, what's his name? Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah,
Kind of the same dynamic. I can't remember the name of it.
that one's good, though, yeah.
So that's the one where he's the
Yeah.
chauffeur.
Yeah.
Not the but.
No, I'll admit I have seen that one. Yeah, that might be what it's called.
The intern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They kind of know like this, it's like a grandfather.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not related, but yeah.
I did see that one.
So what's the schedule on line?
Something wrong?
Yes, making a little.
Supposed to come in on the 19th and it's supposed to be
Of what you.
May. Yeah. We're into 2000s now. You can't use 19.
Brittany? On the tentative, it has Megan Lewis at 9:35 for a budget presentation.
Yeah, she was bringing it back, to have that cover sheet.
Oh, the
Oh, we
cover
get it
sheet
covered.
you asked
Oh,
for.
okay, all right. I said, I thought we'd seen it once, but you know,
Yeah.
they all
we
run
wanted to
together.
Bring it back since you had asked for
So
that.
put that, oh, okay, thank you.
That was
You could
quick
save the
turnaround.
time and just give us the cover sheet. If you have any question, I mean, I'm just saying for time's sake.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't matter to me either way. If he wants to come in, just.
No,
present
that'd be
it.
fine, just, she just has that.
Yeah.
Give to us.
Okay. I will,
If we have questions, we know where to reach her.
yeah, I will just send that to you guys now and I'll let her know she's off the agenda. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Brittany.
I'm sorry. Who was that?
Megan Lewis
Community.
Oh.
Yeah. Asked for a
Cause
cover
we
sheet.
had a long time in there for it, so it should.
It was a
When
little
we look at
over.
it, we're confused, we say, can we bring it back?
Yeah, exactly.
She's on for Monday, Catherine.
Okay,
So, I'm just gonna email the packet to you guys. If you have any questions, let us know. I'll just take her off the agenda.
We have a pretty busy day as it is already.
Is the season.
It is correct.
At least now with not a whole bunch of extra hoops to figure out and do it.
Well, I'll be honest, at least after the first day of budget hearings, I think this new setup's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that we have 2028, so I'm ready to.
Oh, good.
You're good. On top of it.
Oh, we need to get some sort of sign on the other side of the door that says Board of Commission.
No.
Somebody got confused on that and asked. I know we've got the executive session sign, but
Mm.
something, I mean, doesn't have to be fancy, but just something that.
so then walking through the election.
Right.
Uh,
Or try to.
Elevator.
They ended up in the snack room area, apparently.
Well, there's worse places to end up.
I told her some
You
small
could be in
counties, that's probably
Toby's
what they
office.
used it.
God forbid.
Notice we might want to also take GIS off the board out there.
That's
So it's just saying they've moved and they have moved.
I guess they're moving back, but
Yeah, they will be.
okay.
When it's done.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Somebody was moving, I went. I don't know what they were looking for, but.
Take the full time for both exec or your.
There
Both
should
exec.
just be one. Is there just one? Is there?
Well,
We have the
The
evaluation.
other one's the evaluation.
Okay, yes for the valuation, and then for
Your first
the
one.
first one, I believe that's all that's there, so I'm gonna, that should only be, how long do I have it? So.
I
Or,
think
sorry,
20.
20, I think we could get it done in 10 or 15,
Yep.
let's do 15 rather than the full 20.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Leaving in all the budget.
Yeah. Kind of heavy handed, but necessary.
Yeah. Ah.
Might be the last of the real chilly mornings.
Unfortunately.
Crazy. My plants don't know what to do. So one day they're growing, the next day they aren't.
I keep hearing that old adage, you don't plant anything for Mother's Day, but that might be out the window this year too. I don't know.
Some things ready to plant, but I'm hesitant to put them in the ground. Frost, I guess it was frost.
Yeah, early last weekend. Didn't get quite as cold as they said, but
Is it the Commissioner Von Lintel?
Hmm.
Von Lintel?
No, we're talking about his mental.
Mhm.
Did you, they said something, I don't know on the radio, but,
Yeah,
oh yeah, he was on the radio program Tuesday.
He was just talking.
so he hasn't left his job.
No.
Okay, I thought that's what they said.
Well, he said he left his job. with
Yeah,
Big
big
Lake.
lakes.
Big Lakes, okay. Well, I just kind of snippet of it, and then maybe we get back to it. So, when I put this in
That's gotta be a stressful job anyway,
Big Lakes.
that feeble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a unique person for sure. You do good work over there though. Really good. Under,
new director is really good too.
yeah. I like this.
Who was at that, what's the Business Association?
I just feel like I have more space to scoot.
Morning, how are you? Good.
Councilman.
Good morning, sir. Better than
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Likewise.
See you, man.
Well, looks like the Royals are at least turning it around.
Oh, did they do good?
They won 7 out of the last 9.
Oh, really?
Like in first place, but
Wow.
AL Central's kind of weak.
Unfortunately, Cubs, 18-21.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, K-State baseball is not faring so well.
No, and I think they're done. They still got a couple UCF and
Somebody this week.
yeah, last home series.
Yeah, West Virginia?
BYU maybe?
I don't
They
know.
played at West Virginia.
Yeah, I heard I heard the thing, I can't remember, obviously.
No, I can't look on the computer. It's locked. I want to say UCF, but I
No, they're saying that's at UCF
Oh, okay.
next week, I think, but I didn't remember. They were talking about this weekend game. I don't remember.
maybe it's Arizona. They
Yeah.
canceled all the midweek games.
Maybe that,
Might be.
um,
I think I did see that. They canceled the midweek
Mhm.
games for I don't know. I don't know why. Actually, I kind of do.
Yeah, that's what I suspected.
Yeah.
That's what I suspected.
Yeah. It certainly wasn't because of the weather.
It's cold, but not.
Yeah. It's colder in March usually, and it was this year, so.
Judge?
Yep, 9 o'clock.
Pull up this.
Good morning, once again, Commissioners. Again, on behalf of the Riley County District Courts, appreciate the opportunity. I'll keep it pretty brief, but be happy to entertain any questions. Our budget proposal was pretty flat over last year, increased $1,750, which is, I think, about 0.75% going from $197,130 to $198,880. So I hope I've not boxed myself or the courts in, but trying to be a prioritization for stewarding our public resources. I won't go through many line items, in fact, maybe just one, and that's juror fees, where we've experienced the most increase over the last few years. So we've tried to increase that sum to account for the past couple of years. In the future, I probably need to take a harder look at that. Jurors don't expect to be compensated well, but we compensate them minimally. More specifically, on the first day, they receive $10. Any subsequent day, they get $20. Our neighbor to the east, Potawatomi County, does $25 and $50. Gary County's more than we are. It's not really a scenario where we're competing for services, of course, but nonetheless, recognizing the sacrifice, inconvenience, and hardship, we're not going to come anywhere close to making them whole, but the nominal fee we pay probably is a little too nominal, and in the next year or two, maybe inch that up a little bit. But otherwise, as stated, pretty flat. I think we've done good in the past on staying within our proposed budget and expect to do so as well this year. Again, I forgot to introduce Kathy. All of you know her, though. Kathy Oliver, court with our court, is here as well and can assist in any questions if there are any.
Did look like there was most of that increase looked like to me was in books and publication, and I could understand that.
Some areas were hit with a little more inflation than others.
Yeah.
I don't think we necessarily have any different purchases, subscriptions than we have in the past, but just the individual cost of inch those up. You're correct, Commissioner Ford.
That was just an observation, not really a question. Understandable.
We appreciate your continued support. Any other comments, questions? If not, I'll get to my court hearing and
Can't let you do what you do best.
all right, it's not this, but
Thanks, Kathy.
Thanks, Kathy.
Michael Bowler's at 9:15. Commissioners.
Pull this up. I haven't familiarized myself with how to.
Go to the far
Scroll
left
on the
there.
left, scroll on the left, and then click your tab.
It's not a touch screen. You have to pull out the,
It's not.
Not touchscreen.
You're the first person that's done that.
Sorry.
Let's put white out on it.
Go over, Mike.
Over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right, number 5 there.
So I thought it would be a good idea to not wait till last minute to come up and pull this up.
Did you guys hear that data center company held like a community meeting
It was packed
in
over there.
Wamego?
Yeah, and I don't know what the conversation was, but the pictures, it was packed.
There's a long article on the Mercury about it.
oh,
It was released not that long ago.
that was last night.
There's like 5 different ones between now and mid-June.
Okay, so let's see, I thought I saw one coming up.
Yeah, that one they rescheduled that, I think, from a meeting that they were supposed to have or something at Aggieville Brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other sad news yesterday is,
Yeah, because the other meeting was St. Mary's.
yeah,
Oh,
it's going kind of up there by Emmett, which is close to Jeffrey.
Right,
So if
Yeah.
you think about it,
that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
that does.
the other sad news yesterday, man, Brookville's closing.
I'm not familiar with that.
So it's permanently closed.
Yes. They closed a couple years back for management and remodeling, but they're closing officially. Brookville Hotel. Abilene.
Munson's picked
Oh.
that up, whatever year it was,
When
for
there's-
so long because the previous owners had defaulted on the property tax.
No.
They got it relatively cheap.
Yeah. Guess that's the same thing with commercial property. You don't actually own it either.
You do for a season, but it's a pretty short season.
Yeah. Miss a few years of taxes and that takes care of that.
You go, Gary, when they reopened?
No, we went when they were, under, before the Munson's owned. it.
Mhm.
That was years and years. ago.
Munson's was in Junction City when it burnt and they
Yeah,
combined
burned down, they
efforts, yeah.
decided to, instead of rebuild, do that.
They kind of
which
consolidated them.
Makes sense. And then the article said they expanded, other than chicken, they had. pigs.
Yeah, they did the steaks and stuff from there. You could do either one basically, or both, I guess, if you. felt
You
the
get grill
need.
steaks, one time I went, you don't get a hamburger steak. It's only wrong, it was just the one night, that's all they're
Uh,
wrong.
Yeah. Should have been real steak. Munson's got plenty of them.
I was gonna say, it was really weird, because they weren't offering real steak, I would have done, that's what I would have done for, but they,
Got plenty of places to get a steak, but not good fried chicken, so.
yeah, yeah. no, that's-
That's what's gonna be sad about it.
My thoughts.
Yeah.
Well,
Wendy's a while back and did this some chili. We don't have any spoons.
So you had to drink your chili? Bottoms up.
I took it back on the shop. Had a spoon there, so. Why bother to make it if you don't have any spoons?
Yeah,
guys,
at least there weren't flies or fingers in
And one time they only
it.
had the frosties, so you had this long.
Oh, they are.
And they're continuing doing that, and I think that's ridiculous.
Cutting
Okay.
costs. Cutting costs.
But no, they put the little plastic dome on there now where they used to just put a regular soda lid on there, so they're really not cutting costs.
Sure.
When you put a moratorium on. One blank, whatever you put a moratorium on,
Data centers.
thank you. Did that include, battery?
Yes.
facilities
Yeah.
and
Yes.
Nuclear?
Well, I didn't really include nuclear, that's not,
Warrior's doing something, Langton's doing something,
yeah.
the shaft.
I think on these, you almost have to kind of segregate it a bit. But a lot of the data centers uses the backup energy for when they don't have an electrical grid to attach to, so.
Mm.
So they kind of fall hand in hand. I think the nuclear issue is a separate one.
Mm.
I don't know. I remember when I first moved here in '86, they were discussing putting a nuclear facility out. I guess where Grand Mere technically is now.
Mm.
I was too young to remember all the details, but it created quite the stir, kind of like these are now.
Well, Wolf Creek's done a good job for a
Yeah.
long time.
I was in and around when Chernobyl happened too, so that stirred the pot even more.
Yeah. 3 Mile
People
Island.
talking about people walking around with 5 hands and 4 eyes and all that other stuff that really didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw an article a while back that they're still struggling in Chernobyl area.
Yeah,
The people are still living in the areas.
I said that's like a 500-year impact or something, so
Good lord.
got a long ways to go.
Well, it was a lot of hollering when Jeffries was being.
Was it?
Proposed, yeah.
Yeah.
They were saying, oh, and I remember one of them at the meeting, the guys went, they put out so much that you won't be able to hang your clothes out in the, on the clothesline, because there'll be so much soot in the air.
Wow.
I saw they're either going to or they have reopened 3 Mile Island.
I heard that too, yeah.
Who wants to go there though?
It's an island.
Yeah.
Of course, it's in the middle of a populated area, but you know.
Yeah.
That takes like 45 minutes or something by ferry or something to move back and forth. I'm hearing rumors that Jacksonville might pick up Najee Harris for running back.
That'd be cool.
There's a couple free agents left, and
Forget where he's at?
he's with nobody.
Oh,
He was with the Chargers.
I'm surprised.
He's supposed to kind of tag team with their rookie. I can't think of his name right.
Did you feel like your guys hit on draft?
I think it did horrible.
Oh, no.
You've got 3 tight end rotation. Why do you need to draft two more? And they're not even at the top. I don't know. To me, I don't really think they took care of their needs on that.
They were relatively low picks,
Mhm.
right?
Well, we didn't have a first round pick because of the Travis Hunter trade last year.
That's right. Well, at least that still was a good pick, I think, for you guys. I wonder if he's gonna continue doing the both sides of the ball thing next year.
That's what they said.
They said that
Yeah.
he's gonna still do
Yeah.
it. Wow. That's impressive.
I think there's enough firepower in offense that they could use him a little bit more on defense, but they said he's better on offense than he is defense. So I guess you got to use him where you can.
Yeah.
That's probably why they
It'd be
didn't
nice
go
to have
after
that
him.
flexible piece, to do like, oh, if we need to limp by a little more on the other side of the ball, it'd be easier to do it.
We'll see what OTAs look like.
Hey, Rich,
Along the time.
do you remember what year the Keats District, Tax District was established? Was that 2016 or before that?
I do not remember off the top of my head.
I wanna-
It was 15 or 16.
Yeah.
I think.
16, but I thought maybe it might have been earlier too.
I think if I remember correctly, we had to come back to it and change some language in early 19. Craig had been working on that for a year or so.
And probably had to get expanded.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
It's kind of, you might remember.
No, not off the top of my
16.
head, exactly to say for sure.
Then we have that
Yeah,
event
preparing.
coming up and I was gonna
Yeah.
talk about that.
Prepare for that speech.
Yeah, a little snippet. Whatever it
It
is.
shows you there's been a long history.
Yeah.
Well, nobody really did it. For 2 years. I don't know. Kind of sat there.
Hmm?
It kind of sat there for a few years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's came out pretty well for them.
That's amazing.
Fair enough. I appreciate it. It's not.
It's fake wood, but it's the closest thing I had.
There's gotta be something else. There's always-
I know we're in the construction phase, but things go wrong there too, as we're all aware.
They certainly.
One guy. There,
Oh, yeah.
has some trouble.
There's an individual out there that wouldn't sign a temporary.
Oh, yeah. And there's always one in the bunch.
It was recorded on his property. Yeah.
There's a legal difference between an easement and a right of way, right?
I mean, there was, you can.
An easement, I understood, occurs within the property lines.
Mhm.
A right of way is outside the property lines.
Yeah, I mean, they're both, an easement is a right of way, but a right of way, like you said, always isn't not necessarily an easement. I mean, I'm assuming you mean there's public rights of way that can exist that aren't necessarily roads. So in that way, it operates very similar to an easement.
Right.
Typically.
I thought there was a legal difference.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it can. Like with everything, depends how it's written, That's where it all boils down to.
Okay,
Good morning, Commissioners. Mike Buller with the Riley County Noxious Weed and Hazardous Waste Budget Proposal. We'll start out under contractual services. One of the line items, the only line item here that increased is our vehicle fleet insurance. That's been going up the last couple of years, but I would like to let everybody know we did have an incident where I was driving down the road and my brand new truck caught on fire. And so we got that put out pretty quick with a fire extinguisher, but in 90 seconds, it did $16,000 worth of damage. And so before I throw the insurance company under the bus too much, it's a needed expense. And for the record, $195 is the going labor rate to fix something like that. So
Per hour.
that's per hour. That's the one line item that went up, but it is paid off for us this year already. Under commodities, everything remains flat here. I would like to point out line item 3100, which is our chemical line item. That is a volatile market right now. Chemical prices and fertilizer tend to go up, like the price of gasoline and diesel fuel. They could go up overnight. Since I took over, I've managed to keep that line item flat. I actually reduced it by 2,500 last year. Would like to point out that we did do a recent change where I reiterated to the commission that we were going to make sure the chemical that we sell on cost share is limited pending a land inspection. Those counties that have chosen not to do that, line item has ballooned up to $600,000 to give you an idea. And the taxpayers are not here to supplement income. We are here to provide noxious weed chemical. And so I've managed to keep that line item flat, and I continue to follow the law and do the inspection. So that's just one line item that I'd like to point out. We've managed to keep flat, and hopefully that 92.5 will be enough to adjust for market here, because like I said, we didn't plan for the events over in Iran, and a lot of fertilizer goes through that, and some of the inert materials in herbicides. So we've seen that number balloon, but hopefully we will keep that under control. And then under the capital outlay, I remain neutral on that. Overall, I have a proposed increase of 3.5% on that one line item in personnel. As a reminder, last year I lowered our budget by 2.7%. So you add those two together, and we're pretty flat for the last couple of years, but that's where we fell on budget. I think those were the highlighted changes. Stand for any questions the commission may have. Again, I work pretty diligently and try to be a good steward of taxpayers' money and try to keep it as low as we can and get the job done. So.
Yeah, and those salaries do not include cost of living, the COLA that we have not decided on yet.
Yes,
right?
ma'am. That is correct. That is correct.
And life insurance went down, right? Proposing to go down.
Yeah, as a department head, I just control the 3 C's as it is. I don't control the personnel. That's not my decision. That's commission's decision. Any further questions? Thank you.
Commissioners, you have Hannah Burson at 9:25.
The reason I asked you that question of the right of way is, there's a vehicle in Junction parked in the alley. Emailed the commissioner. No, so he said it's not in the right of way. Okay, because evidently they only deal with vehicles in the right of way, which is the street,
Interesting.
not the alley. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Pretty sure that alley's the right of way, but
That's still public domain.
yeah. Well, that becomes interesting when you're talking about right away. At times, when there is a specific situation in the county where there's what's deemed a public right of way, but it was never opened as a road, but it's been kind of acted as a road.
someone told me that if you live in the county like Ridge, you actually own to the middle of the road or something.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Only when it reverts, if it ever reverts from the road, you reclaim all the way up to the middle of it.
Unless the government wants to make a trail. No.
That, I mean, that or if the landowner of the parcel
It's
goes
up
over
to
the
those people
entirely.
in Garnet, Anderson County.
Is that?
Yeah, and railroads down there, it's supposed to revert. back to
Mm.
Jackson. The state came in and decided, oh, we need a trail there.
A lot of
Yeah.
those turn into trails.
A lot
around
of
the
those,
state.
around Topeka, I know they did a lot of that.
They did it in Leavenworth.
Did they?
Mhm.
Yeah, makes sense.
If it was train went through the middle of town. And then people were upset about a trail in their backyard. They had a train in their backyard, but they were.
When he says it went through the middle of town, it's dead center, middle of town.
But anyways, we were talking about right of ways, and so there are some situations where a public right of way exists, but there's no actual duty on the government to clear any obstructions. It almost operates more as between two citizens, like who want to utilize, they have a right to utilize the private or the public right of way.
Yeah.
But it almost becomes more of a problem between them two rather than the government.
Years ago, I had a rental that was a half block and, it's going back and forth with the city junction, but I put up a 6-foot fence on the backside. And they're like, no, you can't do that. I said, no, I can do that. I know I can do that. I had to have Joe not write him letters.
Oh, yeah.
Go put up a fence. I mean,
Deal with
I
it.
understand if you gotta tear it down, you don't have an obligation to put it back, but
Right.
put up a fence.
Yes.
Sometimes it's.
It can get a little contentious. Certainly can.
Catherine, how long have you been doing the bell choir?
Years.
You've had a few birthdays and.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've,
How did you get interested in?
well, I couldn't sing in the choir anymore. It was like many years ago. I joined bell choir in Florida when we lived down there. And just, it was a brand new one. And then, you know, every place I moved, I found one.
We have some friends that live over in Wabaunsee and they're Lutherans and she's in the bell choir. We
Yeah.
went to one performance. It's just incredible, but.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We do bells with chimes. If you've ever seen that, they're like square and the chimes, they give a totally different sound.
Huh.
And we perform about every 2 weeks, I guess, in church. So it takes about, our choir is about 11 people. We're all interdependent on each
They
other.
also couldn't sing, is that what you?
Well, no, some of them sing. I mean, I can sing, but not good enough to be choir.
Whistle.
Yeah. But
That's all I do anymore.
it is a lot of fun, and it's one of those things where you have to listen to each other and you have to work together, and it's a group kind of thing, so it makes us all pretty close.
And you can only crank in practice, right? At the wrong time.
Oh, yeah. That happens anyway. The last performance, or second, not the last one, the last one before that, I had like 4 bells and 4 chimes, and I was in there going back and forth. I finally I said, I can't do this, I need a shelf. But it was tough, that one song. Some of them are really tough. All right, Anna.
Good morning, Commissioners. Anna Burson with the Riley County Appraiser's Office, here to present the 2027 proposed budget. I put together that written overview. I'm not gonna read all of that to you guys. Ultimately, I just kind of want to focus on a couple key areas. Personnel side of things, we have made the decision this year to not fund the as-needed clerical position. We had it funded in the prior year with the changes in legislation and the reallocation of resources that we've done. We've made that decision, to try to reduce some of that expense and remove that, funding for that position. So there's minimal, again, it doesn't include the COLA, but minimal change in our personnel services. On the contractual side of things, I did highlight just the areas that there was an increase in the budget, but it's offset also by a lot of the decreases in the changes that were made in the overall budget. So on the 3Cs, our budget is actually coming down. One area that we did have to increase this year, which is one I wanted to focus on, is the computer software maintenance and support. We increased this line item specifically because the software we are using to route our field appraisers is no longer updatable. So essentially it's obsolete. So we are having to utilize a different service for planning our field work, for routing it, additionally for updating and making changes in the field to the record. And so that's something that in anticipation of that coming, we did modify that line item. I'm working with Corey and his team on, and even Brittany potentially on CIP for a different program, as we're going to have to implement that in the next few months with that change. Other than that, again, like I said, we've really committed to trying to keep our budget flat or reduce it where we can. The areas we increased were based on actual expenditures in the last few years. And so at this point, I would really just stand for any questions you might have as it pertains to anything that I've presented. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Like that. Commissioner Amy Mangus at 9:35.
This is different. It's my first.
My
First.
Yeah.
I've watched everyone else do it, so I knew not to touch the screen.
Good job.
But-
And we need to put a sign up there, not a touch screen.
That's how we'll find out if anybody's been here before.
Oh, it's only been a month.
Yeah.
Which, that's kind of indicative of society today in general. All of our screens are pretty much touch screens.
Yeah.
So it should fit, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is biggest. Well, from here it is. I don't know how. I mean, they're all the same size. This one's-
I just can't wait till September when I can have 3 different football games going.
Yeah.
It'll be my Hulu account, so no taxpayer dollars were spent in this equation.
I don't think Kentucky.
Might be one Kentucky, yes.
3 different Saturdays.
We gotta have K-State at one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Does Hulu have the split screen like YouTube has, or you can do it for? That on this screen, that four split would be.
No, but that would be another good reason to switch. I'm not a big fan of Hulu and just their interface. It's goofy.
Yeah.
But I had PlayStation for when they had well, you could do it on there. Well, that was pretty nice. But at home, I've got like 4 different devices, so it's not like I need it necessarily. Here it would be nice
You have WTC here.
for internet. Yeah,
And then you have to buy out the other things.
right. You should just be kind of standard with Cox, but they like over a 3-year period, it went up 50% every year, and I'm like, this is stupid.
What part of
town?
Over in Northview.
I'm still waiting for WCC in south of Cedar Park.
Well, I'm over by Seco. They just did our neighborhood. We're on the southwest side. That they just tore up all these lawns in the whole neighborhood, made a big mess. You know,
They really
They're like companies, AT&T, Cox and WTC, and they didn't coordinate. They just all came at the same time, and it was a total mess.
There was a discussion about 10, 15 years ago at the state level that the companies would like cost share just the infrastructure, and then the infrastructure would be big enough that everybody could just run theirs through the same thing. They didn't like that apparently, so.
Speaking of all
It's too bad like local government didn't put in the conduit. And then force them.
And then charge, yeah.
Well, that's what I
Or
think.
use it, yeah.
That's what I thought, God, fourth one, they said move up there.
that, what's going on Anderson right now? Why is everything so funneled?
To their,
You know,
I don't know, there was some.
Self.
No.
to the different.
the roads look completely fine. I do not understand why we're doing this right as graduation ceremonies or anything.
Somebody mentioned
It-
that
what?
online. It's like, you can't wait a couple of weeks until we're done and the city empties out.
I tried getting from here to my house, which is off of Anderson Lane, and I sat
Oh,
there.
yeah.
It took me like freaking 20 minutes to get home, where it should take me like 6 or 7.
If I were you, I would just go down there and
Oh,
turn
it's-
at the bank. and
I
go back
learned my lesson.
That's gonna be a mess. My guess is there's contractual agreements in there that kind of forces them to have to do that.
I would
now to get-
imagine, yeah.
Keeping a time frame, I guess.
I figured,
I mean, the horrible thing about it is it needs to be done and there's no easy way to do it.
yeah. I just wonder what they're doing. The roads look fine. Is it
Yeah, they-
infrastructure that they need? to
Probably.
replace?
The only ones downtown. I
Yeah.
mean,
No, right off of campus, yeah.
They said they're replacing manhole
Yeah.
covers.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Oh, that's
All right.
a good reason to.
I suppose.
The other one I'm a little
Were they
confused
bad?
by is up here at Tuttle Creek and Kimball. They've got it closed off again just to put a little deal in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that, I guess, and that's to block off the traffic coming out of what will be McDonald's, I guess.
Oh, maybe so.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out why they're putting a piece of curb right
Couldn't
there.
hear
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
And they've had it shut down for 3 weeks or so at least.
We've got all these gaping holes in the neighborhood that they just left. Big holes that I'm surprised people haven't fallen
Ooh,
in.
the
Kids-
city.
No, all these internet.
Oh.
AT&T was away, so it's just like.
Well, some of them put the infrastructure in and they have to leave the infrastructure open in order to get the fiber optics through.
Yeah. they
It's a
just
two-part
put the
process.
fence up or Something.
They usually put that orange fencing around and stuff, but
Yeah,
That's probably good.
that was unpleasant.
Good
This
practice.
morning coming east on Anderson, you know where they have the traffic over. Northern, what's it called? Pipeline company, not Kansas Gas, but the other one. They got a big old trench on the south side of the road, it's like. After it's like. It couldn't, I mean, I don't know if they had something fail.
Yeah.
Recently, or they just finally got to it, and fortunately, it didn't cut up the concrete.
yeah, I mean, you know, when they were redoing Kimball over there in the Browning edition, they went all the way down and figured out one, that the base was in bad enough shape, it had to be replaced. And then they had a water leak or something along that, and they had to dig all the way down and start all over. Kind of like the deal out on 13.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Box over.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. That's quite the project.
And that's a state project too, so make of that as you will.
Well, I understood that they didn't anticipate what we're doing now. So
Correct.
Something happened.
Correct, and it took them extra time to get the box. They have to build it up, but they had to have the box for the foundation, and that was harder to get than anticipated, I guess.
Well, with everything else going on around, that's not too surprising.
I think one of the regional contractor or whatever through KDOT said it probably would have been easier just to pour the box themselves.
Yeah.
Probably a little more expensive maybe, but it'll last for 100 years.
They had a heck of a amount of dirt out there. I know that for a while.
A mountain.
Deep hole. It was a deep hole.
Hey,
Good morning, Amy Mayes, Register of Deeds with my 2027 budget request. Our budget, for the most part, has stayed flat for the next year. Let's see, where am I here?
I think you're on that, no, next one.
That's the memo right there.
Right here.
That'd be your budget, if that's what you want.
Let's go here. All right, so our budget stayed flat for the most part, and I've just highlighted the accounts that either increased or decreased. I've upped our postage by 300 as we went over quite a bit this last year with the increased mailing fees for documents and shipping for microfilm and things of that nature. I've also increased for mileage and lodging as we're trying to send people more places and that keeps going up. I did reduce the meals because it seems like most seminars have breakfast and lunch available, so I don't anticipate as much there. Our office supplies have also leveled out, so I felt like I could decrease that slightly just because prices are staying the same or coming down. Our furniture, we've replaced that over the last 5 or 6 years, so I feel like other than maintenance, we should be good to go there. So in summary, we've reduced our budget by $750 or 2.9% in the 3 Cs. As far as our Register of Deeds Tech Fund, that's a fund where we can collect money and save it for bigger projects. We don't have to spend it year by year. And so we use that for things like our computers, like we just replaced, or servers, microfilm, record conversion, and things of that nature. Were there any questions?
Don't look like it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next commissioner. Shiloh Hager at 9:45. How's Shiloh and team? Brought the heavies, huh?
You just like to observe.
I'm gonna right? No, I just a habit. I don't know. I can't get it. Can't stop.
Next week, you guys have either day for additional county administrative discussion.
Next Thursday, I think.
The 14th, I want to say. I thought we.
Yeah, it'd be Thursday.
think, yeah.
That'd be Thursday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll make sure to stop in and say, hey.
Okay.
And that one is treasures from the way.
Roughly speaking.
Well, it's not just tree limbs, it's. We worked it into the budget, I don't have the number right off the top of my head, but we did.
Which you consider to. Well, property taxes, no.
Well, I thought it would be higher, but really, it wasn't as big of an impact as I anticipated, but
But there's certain larger trailers that are still part of it, like
they're still.
all construction.
It's 15,000 pounds, if it's 15,000 pounds or less using for recreational, they're exempt from property tax. Over 15.
You got what you got, trailer.
Very small.
We were in Boston last week. And, hit Harvard touring, so. Oh, there's a lot of boats here. It's a big one, it's like the USS Constitution. That's definitely worth a trip. Also, if you
If you go on it.
we walked the Constitution and we didn't go to the caisson, USS caisson. Destroyed them. But it's hard to imagine what Boston's like in like 1650 or whatever. These maps, but it's like, man, it's hard to visualize. And the story of Bunker Hill, not the battle, but the naming. It's actually Reed's Hill, it's Bunker Hill. They had a legal dispute, well, not legal, but.
That's
civil
the
dispute
difference
forever.
between new school English and old English.
Trying to get the right name.
Interesting.
Very interesting. And of course, the roads, we went to Poughkeepsie to go to FDR, Hyde Park. The roads in Massachusetts and New York are not like the roads in.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
County roads, it's a state road, it's like.
It's pretty.
It's beautiful.
New Jersey's the same way on the west side. It's you basically draw a line down there and it's peaceful and picturesque and county, and then it's bridges and tolls. There's no real in between on that one.
You don't always go on interstate to get to where you're going, because it's actually out of the way. And the Freedom Trail in Boston has so many historical sites and you get fitness credit, right? Too. You should walk on all the place. Fitness credit. It's a metaphor for the presidential fitness award. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're one of those anytime soon.
Yeah, me neither. Although after doing all this move, I feel a little stronger these days.
Thought you were gonna pay somebody pizza and beer to do it.
I still have that one, and I have
Oh.
one couch where I ain't touching it until I get more votes.
Ready, commissioners?
Good morning, Commissioner Shiloh Hager, Riley County Treasurer, with my Treasurer's Department budget, Motor Vehicle Department budget, and Treasurer's Tech Fund budget. I will start with the general fund budget for the treasurer's office. As you know, we budget all salaries for my office out of the general fund. And then our 3Cs. I am happy to say that was able to reduce our 3Cs by $5,000 this year. I looked at, one line we looked at was postage. My actuals for 2025 were only 21,000. And I had anticipated some reductions in the number of notices that we'll be sending out next year with the elimination of property tax. So we won't have as many tax statements going out. Also, then we will also not have as many, hopefully, delinquent notices going out because those will offset. Same thing with printing. I left that the same because once again, this is only our second year with this vendor, and I just wanted to make sure that I had everything covered. Another line item that I cut from last year, I had a line item for some new software that we were going to be using for our check scanning. That did not end up coming to fruition. We had some issues between the vendor and the bank, and we weren't able to get that resolved. So back to the drawing board on that. So most of my expenditures are to fulfill my statutory requirements, which includes our legal publications, the tax statement prep and mailing, and delinquent prep and mailing. I did increase on the armored car service from last year just a little bit, just anticipating the price of gas that may inch back up again. But any questions on my treasurer's budget?
Can we anticipate what the change is gonna be with the new motor vehicle? Bill?
That's what I'm.
Oh, okay, sorry. Won't steal your thunder.
So, for motor vehicle, let me go here. So for motor vehicle for 2027, you'll see here, I'm estimating $570,000 in revenues compared to the $360,000 in revenues last year or this year. What we budgeted for 26. That is I'm using the additional $5 transaction fee that the legislature has allowed. With doing that, that will increase my transfer back to the general fund to $550,000 compared to the $330,000 that we budgeted for 2026. And then just remember for 2026, also, we are going to be able to start charging that $5 transaction fee effective July 1. So that transfer of 330,000 is actually going to be a lot higher because we are going to we're going to be able to capture this last half of the year, that additional $5. What I wanted to just present to you today, I put it in my memo. With that $5 county transaction fee for the next 3 years for 27, 28, and 29, the commission actually has the authority to increase that by up to an additional $5 more. And so what I did in my memo, I anticipated what our total motor vehicle expenditures would be if I was paying for everything out of the motor vehicle fund is approximately $800,000. And that does not include any cost of living adjustments. That's just using the current. And with the proposed $5 fee, I projected revenues of 632,000, which still leaves a shortfall of about 168,000. If the commissioners chose to increase that up to the $10, we would have a slight overage of $31,000, but that doesn't include, like I said, didn't include COLA. And that's just for the 27 year. For 28 and 29, you would still probably still have a shortfall. Also, that additional $5 is sunsetted, so it's only good for 3 years. So I would hesitate recommending using one-time funds if we didn't have to, but I'm leaving that. It would be an additional $200,000 if we went up. So it would, instead of 632,000, I would project revenue of 832,000 if we went up another to the $10. Just something food for thought. I did not include it in my budget numbers, so I just wanted to present, that's what it would look like if you chose to increase that that county transaction fee. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so that would be only be for 27, 28, and 29.
Correct. And then it has to go back down to the $5. The $5 is the maximum we can charge then.
Be half a year for 29, would it?
No, it's for the whole calendar year.
Okay.
Yeah. Any
Sound right. It would stop on July 1st, wouldn't it? On the state cycle, or no?
No, it's on a calendar year.
Oh, okay.
So it starts January 1st of 27 and ends December 31st of 29.
Okay, gotcha.
Because that's our motor vehicle year. So we operate on a calendar year. So I don't expect a decision. I mean, I think it would come into play when we're talking about overall revenues and what the transfers would look like, but that's what I would anticipate it looks like if you chose to increase that up to $10. Other than that, motor vehicle, I budget that entire fund to come out to zero. My transfer back to the general fund for 2025 was, in addition to what we budgeted, I will be transferring additional $51,432 back to the general fund here in the month of May. Any questions about motor vehicle? And then the tech fund is, I don't anticipate needing to use that for anything this year. But it's, I budget or estimated $26,000 worth of revenues, and I did not anticipate spending. I don't anticipate anything right now, but you never know what may come, what great technology might emerge, in the year. So but I'll be happy to answer any of the questions that you might have.
Thanks, Shiloh.
Okay, thank you.
Next, Commissioner Amanda Webb at 10 o'clock. Morning, Amanda.
Did anybody from your department slip over to Wamego last night, or?
Oh, yeah. What was their opinion? You don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, there was.
Was there? Yeah.
Mhm.
There was also, the sentiment was some concern, the overall crowd.
Yeah.
Concern, questions, comments. There sounds like there was a little bit of unruliness at times. So.
Interesting.
Which issue was that?
That was
At Ironclad in Wamego last night on the, was it Beltline?
Beltline, yeah,
Beltline,
Beltline out of Atlanta, Georgia, for data center and
Data center, okay.
Morning, Michael. How you doing?
So much going on there.
Getting more sleep?
Well, I'm just saying, plan on having interesting conversations at some point.
Coffee is your friend?
It is right now.
Had a couple of restless nights, have we?
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, but I think I know.
I can testify to the fact it's just temporary. You will live through
Oh,
it.
did it with the 2-year-old. I don't know about this one.
I told you, just bring the baby in. I'll take
I'm gonna take you up.
No, I'm dead serious. Rich knows, once a baby walks into the office, it's game over.
Yeah, she is not productive at all then.
But other
For the
people,
county anyway.
yeah, other
Helps the
people,
parents
like,
out well.
the moms get to go to the bathroom without anybody right there. I mean, they get a minute to talk and feel normal.
I'm just gonna walk in with the baby tomorrow, so be prepared.
That's fine, I'm on.
How does that solve your problem at night?
It doesn't.
Okay.
I can go take a nap. I'll just take
Hey,
a-
moms will take every little break they can get. Trust me.
Understandable, understandable.
Moms will take every little break they can get. Amanda, I hope you enjoyed your weather while it was here.
Did, this, I'm at home.
As you know, this isn't bad. It'll get worse.
Yeah.
I think I saw a 90-degree
Don't say
somewhere
that.
between now and the end of the month.
Don't say that.
Fantastic.
Let's have to turn on the AC. Gets to about 80 and that's about my limit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I swear as I get older, I
Depends on
prefer warm
humidity, a
weather.
couple other factors, but I face to the south, so the sun's always there.
Mm. Commissioners, Amanda, just a reminder that I think everything you talk about is totally public, but just a reminder that, yeah, I figured. But yeah.
Just be aware,
Don't-
everyone in
don't-
Keats can hear you.
Yeah.
Shout across the room.
That's fair, yeah.
Everybody in Keats probably heard that too.
Except one individual, I feel pretty confident.
Yeah.
I was glad to learn that I'm not the only one who keeps wanting to just.
You are far from the old.
Like I said, I need to put a sign up.
No, because all of us that have done it want to see if everyone else does it too. Well, not putting no sign up.
You want everybody to the hard way.
Yeah.
As Corey says, the fingerprints on the screen can.
3 spots on that screen showing how everyone's doing that.
So, okay. Good morning, Commissioners. Amanda Webb, Planning Director. I'm here with Planning and Development's 2027 budget request. Thank you, Brittany, for helping coordinate all of this. I have my there for you folks, and then of course the
the kind of the breakdown of all the different line items. Just talking about our 3 Cs, not the payroll and insurance and all of that today. I do have a minimal increase, and I'll kind of go over where that's coming from, basically. So just kind of going down the line under contractual services, of course, everybody's experiencing an increase in vehicle insurance, so that's what is reflected there. Office equipment rental, that's our copy machine. A 5-year contract, we had to renew that last year, and so of course that has increased as to be expected. So that is reflected in that request there. And then the next 2 things are actually, I'm proposing decreases based on the last 5-year averages of these items, the mileage and tolls and parking and rental. The average expenditures, I'm comfortable reducing it. We generally don't get close to that. It's kind of, you know, year to year is can be a little bit different. It depends on kind of what's going on, what trainings and conferences we need to go to. But again, looking over those last 5 years, there's no reason we can't comfortably reduce that at this point. And then same thing with the training and registrations. Again, we all kind of have some of our different agencies that were, you know, registered through, like, for example, Darren, of course, is required to be a certified floodplain manager. So we have to pay for that membership and then those trainings and whatnot. But again, looking over the last 5 years, average expenditures, comfortable with reducing that as well. We've pretty much not gotten anywhere near that amount. So I want to be careful how much I reduce it, because again, year to year can be a little bit different. But I do feel we can bring that number down for this coming year. The other one I'm looking to bring down is chemical. That's for our water testing. We haven't been offering that service the last few years. Once we lost our previous environmental health specialist and I had that gap, you know, when I didn't have somebody in there, I kind of stopped doing the water testing. It's a nice to offer service. And of course, we do like to do that for folks, but how much it costs us to do that versus how much revenue we get is nowhere near matching up. So I don't want to completely, and of course the chemicals, like everything else, those costs have risen as well. I don't want to just zero out that line because there is possibly a point someday that maybe we will offer that service again. And once in a while, we do have to do it for something we do. You know, when we do a daycare license or that kind of thing, sometimes we have to do it for our own needs, if that makes sense. But we're not a state certified lab. So we're not, you know, really, you know, taking anything away from folks. They wouldn't be able to, you know, if they need state certified results, which a lot of our stuff does, and then other things they need, we can't, that's not what we would be able to do anyway. We'd have to send them on to some other locations in the region. So based on all of that, again, I don't want to zero it out, but I'm comfortable at least bringing it down, you know, and not having such a large amount in that line item. And then the last one under the programming services, that's our GovBuild, that's our permitting software. And if you folks remember when we did the contract several years ago, every year there's a 5% technology fee increase. So that is what is reflected there. So overall, again, just the 3 Cs, overall, it's about $1,849 increase, about 2.8% increase from 26 to 27. So, any questions or comments, concerns? Pretty straightforward, so. Okay. Thank you very much.
Next, we have executive session with Jacob at 10:10.
Yep.
See you, Gary. How's Rob doing?
About myself, Rich.
Closer to the weekend. Help us.
No. Sometimes it's a little too quick to get to the weekend.
Huh?
We flies by a little too quick, so.
I agree with that statement totally. Time's flying too fast for sure, but the weekend does help perk you up. But yeah, I don't
The
wanna,
weekend's never long enough.
I don't wanna
Yeah.
push our life away for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Cause yeah, it goes too quick, especially as you know with littles. Isn't it amazing how fast that time goes?
Yeah. What's the rule? You said there's a rule with.
No, I said especially how fast it goes when you have littles.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Kids
yes,
like you,
Yeah, there's the old saying where is it, as the days drag by, the weeks fly by, you know, yeah.
yeah, they do. It's scary fast.
I'm just shocked that we're already, we have a middle school next year. Unbelievable.
And how to get there so quick. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad. Too, school.
Need to take it in and take some time and soak it in every once in a while.
Yeah, we try to do that going to town and having new experiences and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotta get caught up on the day to day. It's hard to, yeah, appreciate all of it.
For sure.
I'll make it sure you have about 6 grandkids, so you're able to kind of get back to that a little bit, right? Where you can enjoy the little ones again and.
Gonna have number 7 coming the end of June, so. Yep, there's some of them starting to get at the fun ages, you know, where they're walking now, 3 of them are walking now, and so. Actually, 4 are walking now, one's just not quite as stable yet, but he's getting there, so.
Yeah.
We've got 3 and 3 so far, so this next one's the tiebreaker, so.
Oh, yeah. Which basketball team you're gonna have a starting 5 of?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sure we'll most likely end up with more than 10 for sure with what the kids say anyway. So we can put 2 basketball teams together, so, you know.
I'm one of 6, so I'm not, when that have like 10 or 12, I've never worked for a lot of them. This sister has 4, and this sister has 2, and must be 11. Yeah, my brother has 3.
Gotcha. And all 6 of ours currently are under 2.5, so they're all close in
Oh,
age.
yeah. Be fun though, or great fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Still 15, Jacob?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, now I get it. Suit.com.
Oh, yeah.
Right over my head, get it now, okay. We basically got the same setup, he got the memo, nobody else did apparently.
Greg got close. What's that?
Wearing red shirt,
Red shirt, black suit.
oh. Black shoes. I sent the memo, but apparently it didn't, must be IT's fault or something.
Mine got blocked.
Blue.
Mine got blocked.
Got blocked.
I got a blue shirt over, or is that gray? Your shirt,
Gray.
Mine's kind of gray.
grayish blue.
I got my beaters.
Oh, yeah.
That's strappy.
Oh, I didn't even see that part. I like the green part of
Yeah.
it personally. Talking about the Beatles yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Talk about what?
Beatles. I'm apparently too old to have known anything about it, which is not true. Remember listening to them on 8-track. I am that old.
I heard of 8 tracks.
Never did it.
Got it.
Never got into that.
Okay, somewhere.
Yeah.
Sure used to have them.
Like oldest
Lot of
recording would be like cassettes, yeah. I know cassettes.
I got a lot of CDs stashed away too.
The other day we
Now
found
we're going back to vinyl, so the whole thing's just kind of.
one of the books that Clancy had for a long time. And
Yeah.
a freaking floppy disk.
I think my mom did too.
Not surprised. You ready, commissioners?
Yeah. I'll move the county commissioners, including Chairwoman Foki, Vice Chairman Ford, and Commissioner McKinley with Jacob Hansen, County Counselor, and Michael Hawthorne, Assistant County Counselor, attorneys for the commission, recess into executive session for legal consultation regarding pending litigation, exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act, and the open meeting to resume in the county commission chamber at, you said 15?
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay. 10:25. Sorry, Derek.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded for the county commission to recess into executive session for the reasons previously stated under the attorney-client consultation exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are back.
You refilled on your coffee, didn't you?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
smell it again. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just, okay. Actually, I need that back. But I'll go on to get into the other. Yeah. Okay. I move that the Board of County Commissioners come out of executive session.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of County Commissioners come out of the executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Also move that the record reflect action shall be taken consistent with the consensus reached in executive session.
No second.
It's been moved and seconded that the record reflect action shall be taken consistent with the consensus reached in the executive session. All in favor? Aye.
I'll move it right along. I'll move it to county.
it's 10:30.
Good.
Oh, got a couple minutes.
10:30.
Oh, okay.
Or, yeah,
Yeah.
with exact, better stick with it.
Stick with the agenda on that.
Yeah, she was nervous in the hall, so better not.
I hope not. Oh,
I feel at home.
we did a good job in here.
About to get better with some pictures, huh?
I know, right?
And some blinds.
I heard everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pictures are.
Oh, yeah, you know all the pictures at this
Yes,
point,
I
don't
do.
you? We
Yeah.
don't. Okay. That'll be tough then.
I saw him rolled up, about to go and get matted yesterday.
I've seen it.
I've seen the original copy. I didn't see it.
I was saying you need to check with RCPD and see if they have pictures from when that, because this used to be filled with,
That would
it'd
be
be interesting to see what it was back,
Well, if they ever want to share any pictures with us, we now have that online platform.
Oh, yeah.
As long as they could transfer some. Sure.
You think they've got any
I don't know.
pictures? of it?
I bet you they do.
But they do, we have,
We'll have to
law
ask.
board will have to ask.
Something that RCP does with some of their new staff people, they send them over to the museum to do historical research. They actually have a really good collection of RCP history.
Yeah, I don't know.
They come and sift through all of that, so I suspect too, there's probably some images in there that have digitized yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think there's anybody left at RCPD that would remember working here.
No, I don't think so. Well, let's see.
Well, no, the guy I know is retired.
Yeah.
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 Well, the guy, what's his name, is at the jail?
No, French hasn't been here that long.
He was talking about, he remembered when they transferred everything over there.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, that's true, because he was saying they had to pick up their computer and everything and carry it themselves over to the new building.
He'd been young. It would
Yeah.
have been, his dad would have been the assistant. then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, so he remembered.
Yeah, maybe there's one or two.
Yeah, when he was talking about that, I'm going, you're too young for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know if Moldrup was still here, he would definitely
Yeah.
have some stories.
Nope, still around.
Yeah, he's retired, but yeah,
He's retired.
I bump into him every now and again. Yeah. You know, I saw my son around Christmas time in Dillon's.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Probably wouldn't recognize him. if I
He's
was
doing
here.
some part-time stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, still working part-time.
He was there. for a long time.
Mhm.
30. Some.
33 total.
He probably remember.
Yeah, I remember he's probably, I don't know if he worked here at the old jail on Fourth and Colorado.
Oh, I'm sure if I did.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I did.
Yeah, I bought that book, the museum was selling at the event last week that has all the old pictures of all the old properties. It's like that thing. It's really a neat book.
You got some cool books in there.
Yeah. Shows all these old buildings and houses and names and what happened to them. Anyway,
Okay, well, I'll move that the county commissioners, including Chairwoman Pokey, Vice Chair Ford and Commissioner McKinley with Jacob Hansen, County Counselor, Attorney for the Commission, Elizabeth Ward, Human Resource Director, and Catherine Hensler, Museum Director, recess into executive session pursuant to the non-elected personnel matter exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act in order to evaluate the performance of a department head, and the open meeting to resume in the County Commission chamber at 11 a.m.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, for the county commission to recess into executive session for the reasons previously stated under the non-elected personnel matters exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, commission, we are live again.
By God, move the board of county commissioners come out of executive session.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of County Commissioners come out of the executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Move the record reflect no binding action was taken during the executive session.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that the record reflect no binding action was taken during the executive session. In favor? Aye.
We ready for Bob?
Yes.
Okay. We're a little bit behind. Sorry, Bob.
Yeah, we're a little bit behind. Trying to get caught up myself.
That's fine.
Yeah.
1 minute. I gotta get back into my computer.
Okay, good morning, folks. What you have before you is an application for administrative rezoning of property just on the other side of the viaduct here, south on McDowell Creek Road. The history of the property is in your car. I wanted to get a little bit more specific, but Amanda suggested that I keep it shorter for this operation. But if you have any questions on this, yeah, feel free to ask. I'm here for you.
Oh, there it is.
Trying to get my computer going again. Here we go.
Well, this is just kind of getting it back to the proper zoning.
Exactly. Better. Originally it was heavy industrial. And that's because there was an auto wrecking yard there, junkyard, salvage yard, the whole thing. And that preceded, well, it was zoned heavy industrial for that purpose, 1959. So it's been there a while. The auto salvage yard and all the junkyard went away, but his business is towing. So there's towing and storage. And we figure we could tackle that with the light industrial rather than going back to the heavy industrial. Precludes that auto wrecking yard, salvage yard. That was also right now, as it sits, it's a legal nonconformity. But to just zone it to what the use has been since 1959, probably be best.
You said there's an application that you request, did the owners request that, or did you just talk to them?
We did have discussions with them, sir. And it was recommended by Amanda to go forward with the administrative rezoning rather than try to keep it as a legal nonconformity. We had to do a lot of digging just to figure that out. We're like, oh, okay, so it's supposed to be there. And so rather than have the confusion perpetuate to indefinitely, just zone it to what the use has been, what it will be. And I did speak with Mr. Oppie, and he is in agreement with the applications.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Get a motion.
I guess I'll go ahead and make a motion to sign the application for administrative rezoning.
I'll second.
It's moved and seconded to sign the application for administrative rezoning of an unplanted tract of land from agricultural district to light industrial. All in favor?
Aye.
Sure, please sign.
Thank you, Bob. Hey, Bob. Bob got the memo too.
You did.
He did. You're a jerk.
This is. So we're the owner?
Yeah, that's where you sign. That's where the tabs are.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
City Commissioners?
Yeah,
All right, good morning, Commissioners. I'll start first with a brief administrative session. I can't recall if I know I've talked to some of you individually, but I can't recall if I've announced the First Christian Church litigation. If I haven't, the Supreme Court declined to take that case. So the litigation is officially dead. So that means now we have the First Christian Church. You guys have it. It's not in litigation anymore, but it is on the register. I talked to Catherine yesterday during department head meeting, and she provided some good insight. We're going to get together and talk about maybe some of the hurdles, or maybe the absence of those hurdles for that property, what we want to do with it, what we might be restricted to. She's got a lot going on right now, so that conversation is not going to happen until, I believe it was scheduled for late May. So we'll get back to you on what we figure out, but you may spend some time maybe thinking about what you guys want to do with that property now that that's finally dealt with in that respect.
and yeah, that Vintage Church had sent us an email. I got it and I forwarded it to you all. And, but I just responded to them that if they wanted to make a presentation on that, they should come and request that during public comment and request that and we can take a look at it. But I don't believe we've heard back from them since then.
Not that I'm aware of.
So.
Yeah.
You were talking about Catherine Hensler from the museum.
That's correct. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we got a few of those.
It wasn't me.
Just like we have a couple Jacobs around here as well. Yeah, as far as any other questions, concerns, thoughts on Brarywood, or not Brarywood, First Christian Church. Still waiting on Brarywood.
Oh.
We're watching it every day. Just waiting for it to come in. So, but not yet. Won't be tomorrow.
Probably won't be till sometime next month when they reconvene.
You would think, but one of the cases that they recently issued an opinion on was one that was heard after hours. So, but those are criminal cases. They get a little bit special treatment, a little more important. They get, yeah, a little more urgent. So, with that, I don't have anything else really to add for the administrative session, unless you guys have any specific questions on projects or anything of that nature. Nope.
What's
Okay.
going on?
Yeah, plenty of that. So the next here is the resolution moving the HR Human Resources Division to the counselor's office. You guys had directed me to draft this well over a month ago. And so here it is. I vetted it through David Cooper's office to make sure that there were no issues, and that's it. So it's here for you guys to make a decision on whether you want to execute, you want to make changes and execute. You can table, you can deny, you can do all those things. So.
We've discussed it
We've
enough.
discussed it, yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
So, do we have a motion?
I'm not making a motion because I'm not in favor of it. I honestly, my honest opinion is we've got a lot on our plate. As you just said, there's a lot going on. I think we need to create division and chaos, and we need to create division and chaos. It's not right now. We get a person in place, work together with them on how that transition should work, and then I'm fine with it. But moving all these pieces around now just to me doesn't make sense. I know I've kind of come full circle from my original discussion, so sorry for the shock, but I needed some time to do my own research and go through my own process, and that's where I'm landing.
Well, we had a huge, report from Cooper.
And I'm not against the move itself, I'm just against doing it now.
Why is that going to cause disruption?
Well, I mean,
somebody's trying to make it that way, but
we're also going to need to probably hire separate staff from them to work with, which we haven't budgeted for.
no.
I mean, that segregates the the working model that we have currently. I'm not against the transition at a reasonable time. I just don't think we're in that reasonable time.
I think we need to do it. There shouldn't be a lot of problems, you know, with, I think you're all here to listen to what we have to say, and there shouldn't be any division in this. I think that it's we were highly recommended to do it as soon as possible. So that's where I'm coming
Well,
from.
the report said soon as possible, but did give guidance to do that. at
We'll
some point.
want to defer talks about specifically. I mean, if we're going to refer to the report, it needs to be the one that was made
Right.
public, of course.
Okay.
Oh, I'll make-
Yeah, the report John's referring to said to work closely with the clerk in that transition. I've talked with two of you at least individually, and that's all I asked for, to work with the clerk and the clerk staff to work in the transition. I agree with Commissioner Ford. It doesn't make any sense to make this transition at this. I fully support county administrator, fully support this function going to the county administrator's position starting the beginning of 2027. David Cooper in that report did say work closely with the county clerk. That hasn't happened from day one on this transition. We just became aware of this supposed move resolution 2 days ago. And I talked with Commissioner McKinley about that directly.
And I got copies of the email from several weeks ago that you received about it.
About the resolution about it happening, not a time period and no transition between staffs or department of it being carried out. True? That's true.
It's May 4th. It was told to you.
Wasn't told that this move was happening on this day.
It was.
No, with
I've
no
got a
transition
copy
in
of the
place.
email. I've got a copy of the email.
With no transition in place or dialogue between respective departments that it's transitioning to. Have you talked to me about it directly?
Yes.
No, directly,
Yeah.
face to face, directly. No, you have not.
Fine.
That is an untruth there, commissioners. And so that's all we ask, commissioners. Let's do it in an organized approach to where staff, because you are impacting two individuals' lives, and those individuals were not aware of it at all. Commissioner McKinley, you told me that Mr. Hansen had talked to Elizabeth about it. I confirmed, and so has he, that she was not talked to previously about this move, the head of that division. So that's all we're asking, commissioners. We're not trying to be difficult about it. And the report did say, no, we're not, Mr. McKinley. No, you guys have met in private to devise all of this. A lot of this has not been done in public. This was not done in public and stated this was going to be done on this day. And to instruct your department head to work closely with the other department head to make a smooth transition. That's why the write-up, we gave you that recommendation, which Commissioner McKinley did tell me was denied Monday, I believe it was the first time Commissioner McKinley let me know Monday or Thursday of last week that the write-up that we recommended the transition be at the end of the year. Remember, we met in your office. So that was the first of our notice. We're just asking for staff's sake, an organized transition. This resolution and this process has not been that.
I'll certainly let the documents speak for themselves. I don't need to add any more.
The document itself isn't problematic to me. It's just the timing of it. I mean, another thing we got to take into consideration is by statute, I guess by resolution, we have to transfer funds from one department to another department that we really haven't established, correct? The rest of the funding for that position for this year?
My understanding is all the funding comes out of the general fund, so that wouldn't require a budget amendment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good clarification.
Basically, what I perceive is that they would stay in the same location, but they would be reporting to council until we get a county administrator.
It's my understanding.
Yeah.
How does that work?
How does it work?
Well, being in a separate location from the department that they're in, I mean, are they able to work with the other employees that they connect with already?
I wouldn't see any issue with it. I mean, outside of obviously confidential matters that are HR only, but that's only if they continue to want to. They're not under any obligation.
We can find a place to put you. Put that.
And that's my recommendation. If you commissioners approve this today, that we will move staff to the county administrator's position effective immediately or whenever this takes effect. That I think that would be best for the organization at whatever time the transition is made, whether it's today or the end of the year.
You mean physically?
Physically, yes, correct.
Well, the commissioners are
No, I'm agreeing with you
responsible.
because there's one position already gone that's at the health department due to that unfortunate situation. So it'd just be a matter of
We'll be
moving.
back before long.
Well, but there's another office next door to hers.
Right, exactly.
Vacant On,
Exactly. There's plenty of space to put the other position. Not disagreeing. And that's my recommendation, actually, if you do make that move.
Sure.
Commissioners, Elizabeth Ward, Human Resources Director, and it is not my purview to make any of these decisions, but I do want to just respond to, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Catherine said there wouldn't be much process change. I have communicated with Jacob and I've communicated with at least, I think, 2 commissioners. Honestly, there's a lot going on. That I am worried about the operational impact. We already are short-staffed and we communicated that to you. And we use the staff that's sitting here from the clerk's office and elections office, we rely on them routinely. There's 3 people in particular who do something for us on a daily basis. And so I, again, am not telling you how to make a decision, but I would strongly advocate that we are going to need another staff person in order to separate from the clerk's staff and be able to do the duties of human resources. And I don't think that's anything new, but I wanted to reiterate it for you.
well, and you had funding for a part-time position already.
The clerk's office has an as-needed position. It is not an HR position. We used it in HR, but it's an as-needed clerk's position. So
That does not go with human resources.
I don't, it was never a budgeted human resources position.
It's always, that's what it was told to us.
She just told you. He's shaking his head in agreement as well.
Yeah, I knew that because it's budgeted through the clerk itself and not.
Once
the
again,
human
what I talked
resources
about
line.
coordination going through the process.
The clerk had the as-needed prior, and election had several as-needed. And then we have been filling it with a person who assists in HR, but it's always been a clerk's as-needed budgeted position. And it's a $15,000 as-needed position, 20 hours a week. But
Right. I know it was petrol filling it, and then you said you weren't gonna try to fill it for a while.
yeah, just so much
Just-
going, yeah,
It's
it's rotating.
been a quick turnaround in
Yeah.
that position.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that, it's a difficult job. It's human resources, so there's rules and regulations, and it's 20 hours a week and it's $15 an hour. So
No
anyone else,
benefits too, right?
no benefits.
Right, okay.
And so anyone really looking for human resources is probably going to be looking for that closer to $18, $19 and benefits. And
And, full time.
yeah, and I'm not saying that it has to be a managerial level position, but I strongly advocate that we would need a position at that HR assistant level.
So you would need a part-time person in, or is that what you're saying?
We need a full-time person.
Full-time.
We need a full-time person, even, we've been advocating for a full-time person even inside the clerk's office. And so, yeah, we absolutely need a full-time person. And I'm not trying to exaggerate and I'm not trying to put a hook in your decision. I'm just telling you what we need to be effective.
But for the short term, till we can find somebody, I'm sure we could find somebody to contract labor or something filled in for that.
Yeah, I mean,
position.
if you
To help
decide to,
you
yeah,
out,
if
yeah.
you decide to budget the position, however you decide to budget it, I am sure we can fill it. Yes. I don't have the ability to fill it right now, but you have that decision. So
Well, even if you even said contract services,
For some contract services.
Just-
there's
that's an
students.
added extra cost that we haven't budgeted for still.
Mhm.
Maybe that is the better way to go in the short term, but it still hasn't been budgeted for this year, whereas we can work on a strategic budget for 27 as the transition makes place. And maybe we have some dollars, or maybe we don't hire that position back. And basically, you're moving the 15,000 you said over to,
Yeah, as needed is
Right.
budgeted for, it's $16,100
okay.
with the taxes.
But again, it might have been in the clerks in general, but it was an HR position. That's what we were always told.
No, it isn't what you were always told. Commissioner Ford even acknowledged it. It's been
No, I don't
before that
care.
was established. Well, I know that you don't care about a lot, but that's the truth.
I know. And
No,
you
I just
tried to
remember when we
disrupt.
budget for it, it was under the clerk's department.
How that makes
And
sense.
it was gonna be used for that purpose.
Yeah.
I didn't instruct these people to come. If you're not comfortable with your own decisions,
Sure.
But it wasn't in the HR department, because
Well,
HR is under the clerks.
In that department.
Right.
So it would
But
go-
it becomes the clerk's budget, and those are some of the complications you still have to work out, that we're gonna have to work out over the next year to get to 27.
that's all I have asked, commissioners. Let's work in a cooperative manner to get this accomplished, as the Cooper report said very clearly, and he said to you and I face to face on a Microsoft Teams call.
And there's
Did
a
he
lot
not?
of things you don't know.
Did he not? There's a lot of things
lot
you don't know. There's a lot you don't know as well, Jacob. So that's all we asked, is to work cooperatively and make the transmission, not just for the departments, for the individuals in their jobs is what we're thinking of, commissioners. I fully support county administrator, more so the version County Commissioner Ford would like. Move HR, move finance. I've told all of you I support that.
And potentially PIO if we.
Oh, PIO as well. I'm sorry, I just left.
If
that.
we
No.
get to that point.
No, I meant PIO as well. I just left that out unintentionally.
I mean, eventually, for me, I would like to see the clerk's department fall in line with its own duties and responsibilities instead of the ones quote unquote assigned. And I think we can get there, but trying to do all that right now with everything else that we have on the plate and everything that everybody else has on their plate, this doesn't seem like the right direction to go.
Can deal with it. We've got two attorneys that can help us with this, and we're all
Pretty
telling
sure
the
they're pretty
people we
busy
can
too.
figure it
It's-
out. You know, we can figure out finances. We can figure out the, you know, remove where you go, and even temporarily, so,
Are you still in favor of it?
yes.
All right, well, I'd move to approve resolution 050726. Resolution removing the Division of Human Resources from the clerk's office, designated division under the Department of Counselor Administrative Services.
I would second that. It's been moved and seconded to execute resolution number 050426, a resolution removing the Division of Human Resources from the clerk's office and designating a division under the Department of Counselor Administrative Services. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Hi.
Where would you like that position to go to? Because we'll, as the resolution instructs, we'll move it out of our office.
We'll move it next to work, like saying.
I need a consensus, not direction from one commissioner. Is that where would you guys like Elizabeth's position to go? I mean, Michelle's is already temporarily at the FCRC. I mean, there's room in Jacob's office, I think. Is the other option.
You don't want her to continue in your office, which is,
Well, it's-
which is the county office.
It's clear the commissioners would like these functions outside of the clerk's office, so I say we make that change.
Administratively, we want those things outside of the clerk's office.
Trust me, I know how the county operates. I just think that'd be best interest if that's the direction the commission wants to go, which is, that's what you just voted for, and two of you need to sign that too.
Jacob, do you have room in your office for Elizabeth? Temporarily?
I mean, temporarily, I could include her in my office. That could probably be done. I'd want to talk with John Ellerman probably to just make sure that that's possible, and probably, but assuming when I first started here, me and Clancy both shared that office, so I think that should be possible.
How about you? Well, we can look at that.
Is it possible that we could have a 10 or 15-minute discussion on this after this meeting or an executive session? Or, I mean, it's obviously personnel, and I need direction. Like this afternoon.
Yeah, if we want to have a separate.
Yeah, I
discussion.
don't know if that can happen, but I mean, I get that it, but I mean, I need direction
Sure.
from,
Sure.
for HR, but as a personnel.
Well, it's not-
Or we can extend it, even if it's a public session, we need John, we need Corey, we need
You missed. a
We could add one. I
I'm
think I'd be.
doing that down right now, just so you know, but I don't think that's a hurdle.
We can add one if the commission wants to.
I say we try to discuss it in public. We already are.
That's fine as well.
Does it need to be an executive session, however?
Wouldn't need to be now. That's up to your purview.
Can we do it at the end and I can see if I can get Lori and maybe Lori from Public Works or some of their couple.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
I don't know if it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know that you'll get anyone from Public Works here, but
Well, Lori Muir knows a lot and I don't know if she's here.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know if she's in.
yeah. I would think the
Corey
staff,
knows quite a bit.
I would think the staff here, including Corey, could get it accomplished.
Okay, so
Mhm.
do you want to just talk right now or do you want to wait till after?
Well, we need to wait till after Corey because Corey was on the agenda for budget.
Yeah.
So we're already past time on
Yeah,
that.
that we are.
Yeah, since we don't have those interviews, we could do some, at least 30 minutes.
We have consensus for the board to extend this discussion after
Yeah.
Corey's budget
After
presentation.
Cory, yeah.
Okay.
Cory, are you about ready?
I am indeed. Not a touch screen.
I guess the question becomes, why isn't it a touch screen? You'd be the person to ask.
I guess I shouldn't have been trying to be so budget conscious.
Okay,
Oh, is that what?
I'll accept that as an
Now
answer.
that, yeah, I'm gonna go with that at the moment.
Okay.
A few seconds from now, that won't be the case, so. Good morning, Corey Meyer, ITGIS Director here to present 2027 budget. And I will cut right to the chase. If you don't know the two letters AI, well, get to know them. They are affecting everything IT related, regardless of whether it's software or hardware. We have software from somebody, they have hardware, AI is affecting their hardware costs, just like it's going to affect our hardware costs. Overall, my budget has a $297,000 increase request. It's 15% up from last year. Last 2 years I've been flat. I know that doesn't count into this year, but I do want to mention that because I have worked hard to try to keep it there, but it's out of my control at this point. Otherwise I have to cut services is what it's going to come down to. And that's what we're up against. So out of the $297,000 increase, 49,000 is personnel. So it's around 250,000. Contractual, we have two one-time purchase items in there, which is $100,000 increase of the 115 in contractual. Those two items are for our server operating system upgrades and our SQL Server licensing upgrades. That's the 100,000 that's there. It's a one-time purchase and that will take care of us for 8 years.
8 years?
8 years.
Okay.
Okay. So that's why contractual is up 115. It's a have to. If we don't, then we're out of support and well, we run into one of those situations we don't want to be in. So those are in there and that's the reason for the increase in particular in the 2430 from 655,000 to 770,000. Otherwise, the increase is only another 15,000 in there. And those are just to try to project what could be increased costs from vendors on their software licensing and those things. So outside of the one-time purchase we'll have to do, the increase is only 15,000. Commodities only went up 800, but now we'll get into capital outlay, and this is where we purchase all of our hardware from. This is up 128,500. Here's the story. Servers that I bought in November at 45,000, I requoted last month. They're now 60,000. They're projected to be 80,000 in the fourth quarter of this year. AI is driving the market on hardware. Anything that has compute and storage to it is through the roof. There's a business in Salina. They were trying to make $100,000 purchase. They needed to go back to get purchase approval. 7 days it took to get purchase approval. The vendor canceled that because their prices changed. They got new costs. 10 days later, they went back, they got approval, they tried to purchase again, and it jumped from 100,000 to 180,000 in 17 days. Dell is currently canceling 10% of their orders that come in because their costs are changing so fast. So my increase of that 128,500 in capital outlay is what makes my stomach turn, that I put $100,000 in there for 2 servers that I needed to purchase in 2027. It doesn't seem to make any sense, but why I have it in there is so I can ask for the authority to have that money available to purchase it at the time where I can find the best price. Otherwise, if we have to wait on a next meeting or a procurement period or a period of time that it's going to take, we may be in this cancel situation, and it's happening. I've had presentations in our office from 3 of our different vendors, and I'm getting the same story. It's all over AI, and it's a bubble that exists that they don't think is going to burst until 2030. Manufacturers that are coming online, they're only going to supply, they're only going to provide for what the demand is. They're not going to create a supply.
It's not going to change in 2030.
And it's not. Okay.
It's just the reality.
AI is currently rewriting
Yep.
itself in about 3 months. And it's just getting exponentially faster than what it does. Everything we do, our PCs now all will end up with, our laptops will end up with a sticker on it that says AI compatible. Laptops are $200 more, desktops are $200 more. I have things that right now that we're running on our desktops and laptops, we're extending them past the life of their hardware warranty. We're already doing that to get more life out of them. If I keep going, they're not going to work. We're actually going to begin to run into hardware that will become incompatible because our software has AI built into it. 2027, our Esri, our GIS application, we have to have a separate AI server to be able to run it. AI will be now embedded into our GIS application. So the capital outlay increase of 128.5, it's a $60,000 increase over what I did in 26. So there's $100,000 on that line. Desktops and laptops, I have that as $20,000 more to try to cover those cost increase. And I'm taking a guess. I'm taking a big guess. But what I will do is work within. I will find the windows where I can get the best purchases, or we'll just not do some of the replacements to see. But I don't want to really get into that trend of doing that year after year if this is going to be something that lasts 4 or 5 or even 6 years that we're going to run into on some of these costs. So that's it. I know I'm a tower of good news standing over here and all this information. I could do some cuts on things. I could move some numbers down, but I don't think it's going to put us within where I can continue to support and replace the county to keep us where we need to be with things. And I'll be honest with you, I won't be shocked if in 27, when we start to see vendors send us their contract renewals, that they're not all going to have probably somewhere in a 10 to 15% increase on them as well. I did an 8%, but I would be shocked if I really low. And if I run it up there, then I would be asking for probably a $400,000 or $450,000 increase. So as you know, we work hard, we cut everything we can, we redo, we reevaluate everything that we've got going, but these are out of our control. And even if we're not, so much of it out of our control are what the big companies are doing. The other example is that Oracle, to keep up with the AI build out, they laid off 30,000 people to save enough money so they'd have $8 billion to expand their AI infrastructure. This is what's going on out there in the world right now.
And the irony is technology is supposed to solve all of our problems.
Right? Yeah. Don't believe that bumper sticker. So
Actually, I saw it on the poster, but same.
yeah. Well, right. So that is my my presentation in a nutshell, but the increase that's there is one that if I do reduce, the only way I'll be able to go to continue as we are and keep our technology current would be to find a way to cut out things that we do. And of course, the last place I'll do that is in security. And in those areas right now, AI is making our security even harder to maintain.
Because they're trying to,
Yep.
trying to get all, they're trying to suck up information everywhere they can.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty bad. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer.
So the AI, I mean, just so everything has to be AI compatible now, is that what?
That's where it's going to. So the
We
hardware,
aren't using it.
right? The hardware
Okay.
inside of them, the chipsets, the memory and those kind of things, they're all getting to the point to where they can have AI capabilities. You don't have the right processor, if you don't have the right video graphics, then it'll be to the point where they'll talk about your hardware is not AI compatible, which could run into software related issues in some areas. So.
So they're basically forcing us to be involved in it.
Because
There's a lot of
nobody's making computers
Yeah.
that aren't AI, because
Right, they're all gonna have it, so you can hit buttons on it, and you're automatically gonna be able to do AI functions and so forth that are there. IBM was historically the worst one for, they would force you with their software to replace the hardware. They were the worst historically over the years. We don't have those issues anymore with them, but that's what tends to happen is the software dictates the hardware, and that's the situation we're in again, is that. So we will do everything we can. I am happy to come back and present again. I'm happy to get in details on things, but I have bid spec'd out everything that we would done at the current cost and at the current time, and then try to reflect what I think it's going to be in 27.
A good AI presentation wouldn't be bad, considering we're having conversations on data centers and everything, and it's all tied together. So,
It is indeed.
Probably isn't the worst.
That's the huge influx on the data centers as well, as so much of that is AI driven.
Well, if you don't have a data center close, I mean, say if we didn't have one in Riley County, are they gonna force us to do that, or does this go to someplace else? Or I don't understand AI at all.
Hence the need for that presentation.
Yeah.
You know, where a data center gets built doesn't necessarily mean that a data center is, as far as what they're storing and what they have in the data center, that doesn't necessarily mean it's anything reflective of helping your environment or helping locally for your storage. You know, it's like Wolf Creek Nuclear Plant, power plant down there. 90% of what they produce actually ends up in Texas, you know, and those kind of things, right? So data center is going to end up being used by anybody. It doesn't necessarily mean it's directly going to help Riley County and what we're storing and where we're storing it at.
It wouldn't cut our costs if we had a data
Right.
center.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah. So,
that's interesting.
all right. Thank you, Commissioner.
Hey, Corey. John Ellerman is? Oh, good.
So John Ellerman is here. John Ellerman is here, so I asked him if he would get on Zoom.
That office is empty because they moved. Yes. So.
Does that work for you? Okay, and I do have a suggestions. I've been texting with Lori and John, IT and Jacob. So my suggestion, the best suggestion that group has come to at this moment would be David Adams' old office in the health department, which is upstairs off to one side. It's large enough that there's a meeting room table there, so I could meet with staff. It's not right in like the HD operations. It's on a campus that now is fire, EMS, health department
And you also have a door right there where you could close it off and you can have privacy.
there. So close it off. Michelle is already in the FCRC on the first floor. So, and that's going to be that way for a while. And there's not really a limitation. There's not an immediate plan to use that office. So I don't know, John, if you had anything different. I know I was texting mostly with Lori, but she was in your.
Item here to the first one you said, I know you said SCRC. I have room out here.
Couple offices downstairs and the library for private conversations. Otherwise, I'm can't thinking of any other place available. Commissioner office and FCRC, and maybe even, I guess, David Adams' old office at the health department.
Yeah, that was the first thing I said. So yeah.
Okay,
it
I'm
came from
sorry.
it, yeah. Yeah, I didn't mention yours. One of the first suggestions that came from John and Lori was that they have 2 offices downstairs in the public works. And it does have the library, so you can meet with staff there, which is a good setup, but maybe being on the campus with those more departments is better. Jacob at least texted that he was comfortable with that decision.
Maintain that way.
Yeah, I think. As I say, that is, there's a space and a table when you need
Mhm.
when you have several people in there to meet with.
Yeah, exactly. And we do that. And so we will need that space. We currently use the clerk's conference room. So that would work out fine. It will be confidential with the door closed. Bigger picture things, you know, all of our personnel files are in the vault, in the clerk's office. I mean, only we have access to them, but we won't physically be there. We don't need them every second of the day. They're just there. Otherwise, it would be mostly IT and I don't know if the table and desk are still in David's office, John, from your perspective, but it'd be your staff setting things up and IT setting things up, I think.
Something. I'm not sure that desk is still there. Might have to go check.
No, David is saying no desk is there, but we'll have to. You got some milk crates I could sit on?
Well, I think there's an empty desk over there in their conference room over there in the 2 offices there.
Desk in your office now?
You have a desk in my office and it's purchased out of the clerk's budget, and I imagine it's staying in the clerk's office in that space. I'm only guessing at this point. You guys have to tell me how that works.
We have replaced a lot of desks, so there should be some in storage somewhere. We should be able to get some things for you there. John?
There were
what do you
temporary
think all
desks in our
that?
offices when we were over there.
Yeah.
So
got-
we can.
Yours got claimed.
It's a good one, whoever claimed it.
We can evaluate what's there. I would also offer that when I moved GIS into the IT office, we reduced our footprint as far as desks. I actually have 2 desks sitting outside, excuse me, outside my office in the hallway, waiting for transportation out to what was going to go to auction because they were not claimed. So I know of available furniture, but we can evaluate what's already there first for an easier move.
There's also probably a desk in the kitchen of the old commission chambers that Commissioner Folke was using.
Yeah, there were a lot of chairs. I don't know. I don't remember. There was probably a desk in there.
There is.
Yeah, there's a desk in that
There
old
is.
office. It's really nice. It's, you know,
Yeah, I mean, I just need a desk.
I think there's tables over there.
However it is, I'm sure it'll be fine.
And you'll have to go through what you need to take, get that tagged so we can get it moved over there.
Yeah, yeah. Shiloh's here. You have boxes. You always have boxes.
May I ask, is there a timing of when you would like this completed?
When's this going to affect, Jacob, the resolution?
It says when it's.
In the
printed
paper, I
in the
saw
paper.
that. That's
Yeah.
why the question, I didn't know when that is.
That would
Do you know when that is?
I would have to calculate off the top of my head, which I will not have until that kind of calculation. I usually defer to Jana.
I
So
didn't know if that was
Let me
in the
first say it.
resolution or not.
Resolution.
Say again?
Is it in the resolution?
it should be, yeah. Let me
So-
see.
Last line, resolution says when it's published in the.
Yeah, because I
We
asked
can
to
get
go
that
through.
figured
Oh,
out.
as soon as it's published?
That'll give us plenty of time for,
to get it.
Okay, so not.
Yeah, it should be, I mean, a week and a half, give or
we get,
take.
we've got time and we can get that figured
Yeah.
out.
That's what I don't think.
That's
either of
actually
us do.
beneficial.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be instantaneous over the next week or two to figure out the logistics of how to make it work.
Okay. Staffing. How would you like me to handle my request to hire a staff person?
We can work together on that internally and then
Okay.
figure out how we want to present that.
You need a part-time person to help,
I need a full-time person,
full-time person.
and that's what I need. What you guys will be able to decide. I mean, can't tell you what to do.
The commission remembers that's why we held off on the part-time, because I recommended the board go to a full-time, because the problem is about the time you get someone trained, even a contractual, then they move on and find something better. And so then you're just starting over. So that's why we put the brakes on it and said, no sense going forward until we get a full-time, because about the time we get someone up to speed and they're really good, then they leave.
And I'm fine to talk to Jacob about it. I would not recommend a contractual, because generally then they're not even necessarily our employees, they're,
And their work,
right,
doing something else.
A lot of them are remote.
yeah, and I think that your best investment is a full-time staff person. This is not a high-level manager. I would off the cuff say it's probably a grade level 8. Just, and I can't even give you but you know, it'd be similar to like our payroll clerk, I don't know, there's some other administrative clerks, that kind of level. There's some out in public works that would be similar. That's what I think is gonna be your best investment, to make sure that your services are done for your departments.
Elizabeth, could I ask, do you think that need for that full-time position will still be necessary once you're moved to the administrator?
Yeah, it's in the proposal for the administrator. It's
Okay.
it's what we need. It's what we need anyhow, but we definitely need it, like, as soon as we move, we are gonna have no more, well, I mean,
It
we're
would
gonna
be-
have to start separating stuff right away.
It would be in effect the administrator for the administrator, I guess.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we've got it in our proposal.
Well, there was a $75,000 job description that was given to us at one point from Rich.
Oh, that could be
Yeah.
that, it could be that with
Yeah.
benefits, that would be
Position.
about probably right with benefits, yeah.
Okay.
And again, speaking off the cuff, because I didn't plan for that, but that would be the range for, not for pay, but for benefits, yeah.
And that would be, probably less than 6 months into this year until we budget for 27.
Yeah, it might be, I would hope we could get it going in maybe 6.5, 7 months, but yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
then,
a
and then
full
we did already
year.
have it in our request for 27.
Yeah.
Expecting to move to the administrator, which you haven't seen yet, but
Yeah, but
it's there.
we can work that out.
Okay, so I'm hoping that you'll be able to expect a turnaround fairly quickly for a request for a staff person. We'll, I don't know if you want me to update you, if you do it, so directions, I just want to make directions. Should I be working with Corey and John? And obviously Jacob's purview, but to just make the move to the health department, David Adams' old office, and then just update you anything that comes along the way? Or do you want me to only just have Jacob handle it? Or, I mean, it's kind of it's a little different than his normal operations of just supervising staff.
Child, I'll help out,
Yeah, I'm just thinking, she's asking if she wants to make reports to you guys directly.
As we move.
Still working with
you're-
me, of course, but
Yeah.
if you guys still want to be included in that or not,
Would that be in your administrative?
And it wouldn't
report,
even-
Separate.
it would.
Wouldn't even.
Yeah, I just mean the
be-
transition, I
Yeah.
just mean the transition,
It
so
didn't have to be come here, you can even just
email you.
email us
Yes.
occasionally.
I'm
with
more than happy to just,
What steps you've got done.
if that's
Be
what
sure
you
we have clear consensus on agreement on that room. That's all we really need. Staff can handle the rest and they'll keep you informed. There's clear consensus on that room. No,
Yeah,
Not for me.
okay, then vote.
We can vote on it.
If I can get a vote.
I'd make a motion that the HR director be moved to old David Adams'
Sorry.
office. I don't know.
In the administrative office.
Yeah.
moved and seconded that the HR department would temporarily move to David Adams' old office in health department. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Did you?
No,
Or you did?
no,
You're the IT person shutting us down, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I thought you had an IT related Questions? about
They're
that?
kind of like, eh.
Oh, okay.
I was coming to get Shiloh's flute pen. That's what I was.
I didn't have anything else.
I don't have anything else.
Well, I'd make a motion to adjourn the May 7th meeting, of the Riley County Commission.
Second that. Moved and seconded to adjourn the May 7th meeting of the Raleigh County Commission. All in favor?
All right.